There are moments when the connection you feel with someone refuses to fade, no matter how much time has passed or how far apart life has pulled you. You try to move forward, yet your heart pulls you back to memories, emotions, and a sense of closeness that lingers deep within. This isn't just about missing someone. It's about something deeper that your spirit still recognizes, even when your mind tells you to let go. That kind of connection doesn't just come and go. It's not always easy to explain, but it shows up in quiet ways. A dream, a song, a random thought that brings their name to your lips. God allows certain bonds to stay active within you for a reason. When it refuses to fade, that could be His way of showing you that what you felt was not ordinary or temporary. It may still serve a purpose, even if you don't understand it right now. When something won't leave your heart, it's usually because it still has a place in your future, or it still has something to teach you in the present. There's still something God wants you to learn. Call to me, and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. There are times when a strong emotional connection lingers because God is using it to reveal something important about yourself, your choices, or your future. You may feel like you should have moved on by now, but that constant pull is often a signal that God is still teaching you through the situation. Every feeling you still have might be leading you to deeper self-awareness or helping you uncover what God wants to shift in your heart. The emotions are not punishing you. God is using them to teach you what your mind hasn't yet understood. God often uses personal experiences to teach us lessons we can't learn from books or sermons. The strength of this connection could be part of how He's training you to be more patient, more discerning, or more trusting of His will. Even in confusion, you can grow if you choose to call out to Him and ask for clarity. When you pray and seek understanding, God will begin to show you what you were missing all along. Don't rush the process just because it feels uncomfortable. Your connection to that person may not be the final goal, but what God is doing in you through that connection is something that will shape your future. Let Him work through your thoughts, your heart, and your prayers. There's more happening than you can see, and if you stay open, He'll show you why the feeling has lasted this long. The waiting, the emotions, and even the unanswered questions are all part of what God is using to develop you. This might be where He matures your heart and prepares you for something greater. The connection you feel isn't random. It's still being used for your growth and direction. Don't ignore what God may be trying to show you right now. 2, God is working on both of you separately, but let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. You still feel the connection because God is not finished with either of you yet. The separation may not be the end of the relationship, but a part of the development process that God needs to happen for both of your growth. He could be teaching each of you in different places at different times to bring both hearts to a place of wholeness. That's why it still feels strong. It hasn't fully run its course in God's eyes. While you're feeling the emotions of waiting or wondering, God may be reshaping your character, your thoughts, and your view of love. It's not always about being ready at the same time. One of you may still need healing, while the other is learning trust or emotional discipline. If the bond is still in your heart, it could mean God hasn't completed what He started in either of you yet. This period of waiting is not empty. It's where patience, maturity, and wisdom are being formed in you. When you allow patience to do its work, you permit God to prepare you properly so that you're not rushing into something half-ready. That connection may remain until the growth is complete and both hearts are ready for God's next step. So if you feel like something is still there, it could be because God is still working on the full picture. Don't rush what needs time. Trust that the pause isn't a punishment, it's preparation. You're not forgotten, you're being refined. 3, God is showing you that it was real. Let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil, cling to what is good. The reason you still feel this connection so strongly is that what you experienced was real. Sometimes your heart needs time to process something authentic, and God lets the memory and emotion stay to remind you that not every connection is meant to be dismissed. When love is genuine, your spirit knows it, and that feeling doesn't vanish overnight. God may be letting you sit with the truth so you won't question your past or doubt your heart. Many times, people will try to convince themselves it wasn't real just to move on faster, but God doesn't want you to lie to yourself. You can still acknowledge the connection without trying to erase it. When love was honest, clean, and true, God wants you to hold on to that understanding, even if it didn't last the way you hoped. This isn't about holding on to the person forever. It's about learning to honor the experience without bitterness. If your heart keeps going back, it may be because God is confirming that your love wasn't fake, and He wants you to recognize what real love feels like. That way, you'll be able to recognize it again when He brings it into your life later. So don't push it away just because it didn't end how you wanted. Feel it, learn from it, and let God use it to shape the way you love going forward. What was real deserves to be respected even if it didn't last. 4. Your heart is still healing. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. That strong connection you still feel could be tied to the fact that your heart hasn't fully healed yet. You may be physically distant or emotionally trying to let go, but deep inside there are still wounds that haven't been fully addressed. When healing is still happening, your emotions remain close to the surface, making the bond feel more intense than it actually is. Your heart remembers what it hasn't finished letting go of. Healing is not always quick. Sometimes it comes in waves. Some days you're fine, and others you feel the weight all over again. That doesn't mean you're stuck. It just means your heart is still in process. God is gentle in how He heals, and He doesn't rush what needs real care. That's why the connection feels so heavy. It's tied to a part of you that still needs comfort and restoration. Instead of trying to block it out, let God meet you where it still hurts. He doesn't just patch over wounds. He binds them carefully, layer by layer, until you're strong enough to move forward in peace. The connection may weaken as healing continues, but for now, it's part of your recovery. So if you still feel connected, know that healing is still taking place. Don't shame yourself for still feeling something. God sees your heart, and He is committed to making it whole again, no matter how long it takes. 5. God is reminding you to wait. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and He shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. You still feel the connection so strongly because God may be asking you not to walk away from it just yet. It's not about waiting around doing nothing. It's about staying in a place of faith while God continues His work. When something is still being formed, God will often keep it on your heart so you don't move ahead too quickly. That lingering connection could be His reminder that it's not over. Waiting on God doesn't mean you're wasting time. It means you're allowing Him to shape the outcome, not forcing your own. While the world tells you to move on and forget, God may be telling you to stay still because the right moment hasn't come yet. He strengthens your heart when you wait, giving you peace while you hold on. The connection may feel strong because you're still tied to the promise, not just the person. You sense there's still more ahead, even if you don't have the full picture. That doesn't mean you're imagining things. It means your spirit knows what God has yet to reveal. So keep waiting in faith, not frustration. Trust that if the connection is still there, God is using it to shape something in you and possibly in them. Be encouraged. Waiting doesn't mean denial. It means God's plan is still unfolding. If the content inspired you, please like, comment, and subscribe to Pure Inspirational. Be blessed.